Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Good, good, good. So normally, I've been part of the process as far as nominating the drivers, but I nominated somebody as well this year, so I was not part of that. So I would like to hear a little bit more about your story as far as Rick mentioned some of the community stuff that you do and all that. So maybe you can just let us know about your background, how you got into trucking, that kind of thing.
Well, you know, when I was 1 year old, my father...
Don't, let's not start that.
He put a big truck.
Where are you originally from, Mike?
Poland.
Poland. So in Poland they start driving at 1? Really? Okay, so we can start around the license time, you know, 18.
I started driving when I was 18. So, but in Poland it's a little bit different process. We go to school for 3 years and we learn about the truck's engines.
Wow.
So then, like when I was 15, I started a special school for the truckers, and it took me 3 years. There was 3 days school and 3 days working in the company. So you not just go and pass the test and start driving. It's different, a little bit different.
Nice.
It's much harder.
Yeah.
And when I was 18, I knew it's for me. It's travel. It's like, you know, they put me right on the top.
Yeah.
And when I came to Canada, number one, I was thinking about the big trucks, but it's not easy too. It's you know, you have to speak well. You have to know the highways, you know, and the companies. So it wasn't easy. So I started working just to make money for the school. I took the George Brown College. That was a very good school in Toronto. And believe it or not, only one person passed. That was me. School.
Wow.
So
That tells you something right there.
Yeah. So, but I had the experience from Poland. That's why, you know, for me it was not really big deal. I was 22 that time.
Okay.
So since that time, I started driving for driver services, and even for the driver services, I asked them if they can check it, give me every week different company, because I want to get more experience.
Wow.
I want to shunting for General Electric. That was the beginning.
Yeah.
So I just want to be the best. So that's why the driver service put me even for track rodeo, which I get the 3rd place.
Yeah.
Because from 53 footer they put me 28 footer.
Yeah.
So it's much different, but you know, still I got good place, you know.
Yeah.
And I said, for 3 days I tried to work somewhere else. I said, I'm quitting trucking, because my wife said, no, you always, you know, never on time. When I come home, you know, so that's a trucking business. You never know what time you're gonna get home. So I quit trucking for 3 days. My company said, Mike, we're gonna see you in 2 months. And 3 days, I back to the company. I'm sorry, I'm never gonna try again. I have to be a trucker.
Yeah.
And you know, with the trucking business, because I was independent. I said, the company needs me 24 hours, I'm 24 hours. I just want to work.
Yeah.
And the rest of the time, you know, the maximum of working hours, and the rest spent with the family, which it was working for me. My wife always said, she said, my way or highway?
How long have you been married?
Altogether 28 years.
That's the success, eh? Highway. Let's wait. So,
But on the second day, we were talking about divorce. So, you know, but so far, everything is fine.
You look like you have a nice family. They're here to support
Yeah,
you.
my sons, they truckers too. I said,
Is that right?
my present, when they finish 18 years old, my present is go to school and finish the driving school class A. The best.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a trucker, just to keep it. And Pat said one time, the taxi driver, Pat was very young, 18, 19 years old, and the taxi driver, do you have a class A? He said, yeah, I have a class A. Show me, so I give you discount $5. And Pat just showed, I have class A. Because now, when they have a Class A, the young kids, they think different. They're important on the highway. Even if the police stop them, oh, Class A, so he knows about the traffic, safety, you know, so on. Like, because we still, in Canada, we have a good school. It's not like we need better one. Like, not like in Poland, 3 years, but at least, you know, we need like professional schools. Know about the engines, about the mechanics, just to fix something by yourself. You don't have to call every time mechanic because you need the pressure for the tire, you know. Like.
Do you find that's the difference? You sounds like you're very driven, you know, not actually in the industry here in North America. Most people are trying to get on a dedicated run or something where they know the same thing every day, so they know how much money they're bringing in and where they're going. And it sounds like you're totally the opposite, that you're take me to a different company every week and give me the different types of equipment. Do you find that's maybe something that's lacking in the industry today here? We don't do enough of that, moving people around and giving them the experience?
Like me, you know, every driver is different.
Yes.
Some people like tanks, some people like flatbeds, I did everything. From the flatbeds, tanks, buses, Kenny Rogers bus I was driving. Just
nice.
And that was, if I can say, for Kenny Rogers bus, it was...
What's he really like?
I can say the bus. He owns the bus. But owner of this bus, Kenny Rogers, but there was a company over the Kenny Rogers. And when I said, because I had the vacation, in Verspit, and we have like a month off, so like I just want to do something, you know, like working for something more fun. So I did the tour, and he said, "But this bus is $1.5 million worth it. We won't give it to you." I said, "But I already took time off, you know." And the guy said, "Who are you working for?" I said, "Verspit." I said, "You got the job. I know this company, so that's the best company." And I said, "Oh yeah, that's good. That's why I'm, you know, with the company 18 years because." Number one, it's safety. I know safety, I know the trailer is always be good because the driver who's going to drop, he's going to do the post-trip inspection. And, you know, like so important.
Thank you. That should be an applause just for someone else. But that means in the industry, people not doing post-trip.
Because we're doing everything on time. Verspit, it's really tough. We got auto parts, it has to be, you know, on time. Except, you know, the weather, if it's bad, it's, you know, we don't push like, you know, but the number one, it's the trailers. That's why I stick with, and I like this company from the 18 years, like, you know, I'm with them, because I know every time it's perfect. Has to be perfect. It's not like, oh, okay, maybe you're gonna make it. No. Garage number one, fix it, lights, whatever it is. That's what I like, and I with the company 18 years, and besides, always the company, if I need the time off, they give me. I do it for the food banks. I need the, you know, they call me, Mike, can you help me? Can you help this, you know, to deliver that stuff, you know, for the food banks? I did this. For the poor people, you know, I was working with the police in Toronto. There's so many. So that's why I just put the jacket. No, not because I'm very speedy. No, I'm doing so many things to help other people. Even if you meet hundreds of them in Toronto, it's so easy to, you know, like to see the poor people and you shake hands. Yeah, I'm a trucker, you know. Talk to these people. They're so happy.
I'm a firm believer in everything goes around, comes around, right? So if you're giving back to the community, it's coming back to you.
And there's an accident. We have to know when it's accident, how to do it, how to slow down the traffic. It's not. It's like, you know, we have to park the truck on the side. If we see the accident, I was in 3 major accidents, and I helped this, and the police. That's why in US they call me. You know, they say thank you, chief of the police. So for the helping accident before the police come, before the ambulance come, that's very important. And
so do you have a routine? One of the things I interview a lot of people, especially drivers, and the ones that are like yourself that are you know, safe and kind of stepping up above the crowd, have a mentality of, you know, proper trip planning, and they plan on being safe. They take their profession seriously. What's your process for being safe? Like if you're going from, where's your normal run? Where do you go to?
Oh,
Yeah, but
Now we go everywhere.
you go everywhere. So you don't have a normal, a steady run or a steady area that you run to?
A long time ago, you know, Fluke Transport.
Yeah.
I was working for them for Coca-Cola. It was like a dedicated delivery 6 times a day for the Coca-Cola empty bottles.
Yeah.
After 1 year, I said, listen, I'm doing 1 year and I'm driving too fast. I know every corner, like, you know, like I'm
Nothing
getting
new.
danger
Yeah.
now. Because it's the same run all the time. And I was thinking I'm the king of the road.
Yeah.
And I said, listen, guys, you have to change my job now. I love this. I love the money you pay me. I love because every time 4 o'clock I'm done.
Yeah.
But that's it, you know, like.
The complacency.
Yeah, and yeah, we can do it because we know we're the best. So, and you know, that was long time ago. I was working for a moving company, the same.
Yeah. I did all that too. Sounds like we work
I
in the same
like
place.
Tipper, Richard. I like.
Oh, you're a tip and rip it. Oh,
Tipper,
that's
really.
I was with Atlas in North America.
But I was the best.
Okay.
For every
Yeah, sure, Mike. Yeah.
for every happy customer, you get $50. So we did like whole year. I got all of them, 100% all happy customers. Listen, Mike, we changed now. We don't pay $50.
You want to do this money?
Well, after 1 year, I said, that's it for me. I'm over with the moving company. But it was good experience.
If you, I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked Sheila. If you had a tip to offer more of the drivers, those drivers that are maybe trying to be like you, what's a tip that you would offer them? What's something that you would tell them that they maybe should be doing every day, or something they should be changing? You mentioned complacency with your own carrier.
You know, because the technology, we see on Facebook everywhere the trucks with no drivers.
Yeah.
And I see, you know, everybody's using the phone during the driving, you know.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to say how, it just, I would say, be safe, your way. Because like my son said, if he's calling me and I see, oh, my son is calling, you know, should I answer or not? Is it important or not? Yeah. And you know, that's a question, you know, and you're gonna answer for sure. It's just, you know, you have to create in the truck or in the car something that is hands-free, you know, you have to do it. You just answer, or if you want to write, just say it and it's right itself and just send it. It's just make a, you know, we have to go with technology.
Yeah, but we have to police ourselves at the same time, right? That's basically what it is.
So I would suggest, you know, just be safe. Be safe on the highway and go with technology.
Well, I could say, and I will talk on behalf of the chaplain, that we're glad that somebody like you is leading the charge. You giving back to the community. You're very safe, and thank you very much. We appreciate it.
One day we're just gonna sit, and the truck will go inside. Maybe next year. I know in Europe they're gonna start soon.
Yeah, they are.
Like Uber in the United States already, so you know, it's gonna be much easier for truckers.
Great. Thank you very much for everything you did. What I think would be nice if we invited Mike's family up, and Rick, and then Sheila. I don't know if you want to bring Patty. We can make up a family for you if you want. Maybe come up and let them have some picture with Mike and yours.
Can we make a couple of points first?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Things that you don't know about Mike. One is there's a picture of a state trooper in Calhoun County, Michigan.
Yes.
Yeah, where he went to somebody's assistance in an ice storm. Was that one of the crashes you were talking about?
Yes, that was one.
And they thought so much of it, they had him come in and had that picture taken of, I got the picture somewhere, I don't know where the hell I did with it, but anyway. A picture taken of him as a thank you from the sheriff's department for services that he provided there. Also, he's been the recipient of a number of awards or appreciations from things like the City of Toronto at Toronto City Hall, City of Mississauga Food Bank, Sheehan's Truck Center. He was Irish that day.
You want to listen?
It's all
Whole slew of volunteer work. He plays Santa, drives up in the tractor trailer dressed as Santa to a Montessori school in Mississauga.
Yes.
For the kids.
Santa
That's
drivers.
Yeah.
And every kid go inside the truck, put the horn like be a tracker, and every kid have a picture and present.
Yeah.
From the it was the kindergarten school in Mississauga.
Montessori school, Mississauga Montessori school.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and
But
well, there's a whole slew of things that he's done that he hasn't talked about. He's just talked about what you asked, but there's a whole slew of stuff that you've done.
radio station in Hamilton, 93.3 safety for the truckers. I did
There
in
you
Polish
go.
language.
In Polish language. Yeah, that's something else. I had to get
Every
a hold
Sunday.
of,
I was going to ask all the questions in Polish, but I didn't have time to learn the language.
well,
so.
actually, what I did. What I did at the last meeting in May was there was a Polish chap here from, I've forgotten the company. Anyway, I asked him to take all of my information that was written in Polish and tear it apart for me. And that's how I know all this extra stuff, because it was all written in Polish. And so yeah, a hell of a volunteer,
Well, again, thank you.
all kinds of ways.